This video is a message to Buddhism in Myanmar. This video will provoke every one of you Buddhism in Myanmar. See that? I'm Muslim. I live in Indonesia, and this is my message to Buddhism in Myanmar. Look who's with me. It's Uncle Buddha. I met him in a souvenir store when I visited Borobudur Temple many years ago. Now I understand why faith decided to meet me and the Uncle Buddha. This video will provoke all of Buddhism in Myanmar. I am a Muslim, I live in Indonesia, and who's with me when I pray? It's not me who's gonna teach you tolerance. It's the Buddha himself that's gonna teach you. This is my message to all Buddhism in Myanmar. It's too dark. You know what we're gonna do now? We're gonna watch YouTube together. It's okay if you cannot see me. It's not important. What's important now is I'm gonna sit down together with Uncle Buddha, and himself that will gonna teach you how to be a Buddha. It's not me. It's not your leader. It's not my leader. Because this is the conflict that we cannot do fixed by the man. It's okay if you cannot see anything, but at least you can hear the voice. You can hear. This is Uncle Buddha. Sit with me. And what we're gonna do now? What we do now is we're going to watch YouTube together. What do you think when Buddha sees this video?
Amongst two are accused of inciting hatred, something heartbreaking.
Burma's deep divisions caught on camera for all to see. This is a Muslim gold shop in Mektila being looted by an angry mob. An argument over a piece of jewellery has brought Buddhists onto the streets. It's March the 20th, and the running saw that is Burma's ethnic tension is about to burst into the open once more. Among the crowd are monks.
And also about when the Muslims
The police watch, hopelessly outnumbered, as the shop is torn apart. Muslim and Buddhist communities have lived in Mektila for generations, but times are changing and anti-Islamic sentiment is taking hold. The extraordinary thing about these pictures is that most of it was filmed by the Burmese police. Their footage provides the most comprehensive account we've seen yet of ethnic clashes in Burma, both how the violence unfolded and how the police failed to protect communities. Later that same day, a monk was attacked as he rode on the back of a motorbike. This man was the driver and says Muslims dragged the monk onto the ground before killing him. As news of the monk spread, tensions rose once more. Houses and mosques are set on fire as Buddhist and Muslim gangs roam the streets. In this shot, a man, almost certainly a Muslim, is on the floor. He's been set on fire. His body is charred, but he is still alive.
One thing I know.
Watching, but not helping, are several policemen. This is the next morning. The entire Muslim district of Mingalazai Yone is burning.
And I always
the first day may have taken the authorities by surprise, but this is the second, and riot police have been deployed. And yet, they still do nothing.
Who will never ever trapped in a conflict that
From the
involves
hillside, the
violence.
crowd watch as people flee the fire and try to hide.
I
Then a
always
young
thought
Muslim man,
it was
perhaps only a boy, is forced into the open. One man's stick nearly breaks, and then a monk joins in the beating.
Even my dad thinks
Then
like
the man
that.
in the white shirt steps in with a
As a
sword.
Muslim's family
He delivers what appears to be a
lives
fatal
in
blow.
Indonesia.
At the same time, the police are at last taking action, escorting Muslim women and children away from their burning
Always
homes.
thought
After another day of violence
Yes.
and at least 43
Things
deaths,
like this
the situation was
will
at
never
last brought under
happen.
control.
under
The Muslims that fled now live in
Legion
camps
of
with
Buddha.
relatives, but there's little prospect of them returning home. This is a country where Buddhists
Islam,
dominate every aspect of life,
a story
creating
about
a future where
heroism.
minorities like Muslims feel they belong could well be Burma's greatest test.
Even my prophet does have the history of heroic in his era. And the Judaism, the Jew is also have a history about heroism in his era. And the Christianity, it does have a history about crucified war. What you call it in English? But under the Buddha, I never ever thought that they can do such a thing like this, because in Indonesia Buddhism in Indonesia, we seeing Buddhism in Indonesia is the religion that really do not have a history about a violence or something heroic. All the things is the story of Buddha in Indonesia is always something that peaceful. One thing I know that that's why all the Buddhist people, he cannot eat meat, because that kind of noble in Buddha religion. Even There is a channel,
Tidak dibenarkan
TV
untuk
channel
berkahwin.
in Indonesia. We call it Dai channel. Sometimes what inside that TV, news, and topic, everything is about all beautiful. And as a Muslim in Indonesia, I'm so proud
Myanmar's fascist.
to have Buddha as one of a big religion in Indonesia.
We're in Myanmar to find out why Muslims are fearing for their lives.
One thing I know that this tragedy
Mandalay
is not
Myanmar's cultural
only
center and former
happens
oil capital.
because
It's a beautiful city,
because of the
packed
monk,
with the treasures of the
but
country's
also
history.
happened because
The palace,
of
the
the
dozens
side
of pagodas,
of Muslim.
and
But
Mandalay Hill.
I never ever
The
thought
country has been opening up to foreigners
that
along with the democratic movement, and tourists have been flocking here
in
to see a
the
culture
name
so
of
long hidden
Buddha,
behind military rule. The
they
city,
can
like the rest of
do
Myanmar,
such a
is
thing
majority
like
Buddhist.
this, even in
Pagodas are almost everywhere you look. But like in the rest of Myanmar, Mandalay has a Muslim minority.
they're wearing a
Until
Buddha
recently, the communities
clothes,
have been living in peace. A Muslim man lies dead by the side of the road. His wife
If
is distraught.
this is happened in the context of
Recently, a Buddhist woman was
state,
allegedly raped by a Muslim
if
man.
this is
Exposed
happened by the
information
policeman or the
Some
army
Buddhist
man
groups got angry.
who
Difficult to film in this
who
town.
is
The police keep a tight rein on
their
journalists, but
religion
just
is
over
Buddha,
the road is the tea
maybe
shop that
it's
was owned
because
by
of
the alleged
the
rapist, that Muslim man
problem
a
of
couple
state,
months ago, a Buddhist,
but they wearing a monk,
trouble, looking for revenge. But then local
they're
Muslims
wearing
came out
a
and the
identity
shop.
of
There were
Buddha
Across the street, an eyewitness offered to tell us
while
what happened.
they're
We went to his
doing
balcony overlooking a shop.
Some group of men came, then
A
local Muslim came to protect the shop.
counterattack,
Crowds gathered, and then the police
what they
came.
call it
On
counterattack.
this occasion, they were able to stop things getting out of hand.
I was thought
Down below, we were pointed out a group of Muslims carrying
Islam
food. They are on their
is
way
the
to a
only
Buddhist temple
religion
to give offerings to Buddhists on
who
holy days.
is
This tradition has stretched back decades. A sign
running
once
by
good
the-
relations between the two
who
groups.
is not-
But this eyewitness, a Muslim, says he can no longer
who
walk
is
outside
run
his home
from
at night.
the
He's not
will
alone.
of
The
Islam.
wife of the deceased told us what happened.
He got up early to read the Quran.
My
Then he said he
Prophet,
was going to the mosque. around the
Rasulullah
corner.
sallallahu alaihi
This was at
wasallam,
about 4 a.m.
he does do war
I
when
argued
he's
with him
in
and said
his
he shouldn't
era.
go out, but he said he'd be fine and went anyway.
But
When
in
it was
so
daylight,
many
they heard someone
rules,
had been killed. I went down to have a look.
this
My
and that,
husband was well known around the area, but nobody could recognize him as he was
we
so badly
cannot
beaten.
do
But
such
I
a
recognized
things
him straight away.
like massacre, like killing a man. I mean, kill an old man, kill a woman, kill
Nearby, we met a Muslim
a
businessman, a friend
child.
of the man killed in the street.
He is a very good guy and he is like
If
my
there
brother.
is a religion
Today I'm sad for him.
who doing such a thing like
After
this,
that,
I
I
really never thought
hopeless
it's
and
gonna
I
be Buddha.
lost all the confidence to live in here.
The man's death was seen as some kind of revenge for the alleged rape of a Buddhist woman, but it's now clear that that rape never happened.
There was a Buddhist woman who was raped, is that true?
No, you can see all the national newspaper, also government newspapers.
So,
Clearly announced that that's rape is just
In
accusation.
the area of spiritualism,
The woman has since admitted that she was never raped,
This is
but that in
not-
fact she was paid to
It's-
say that
it's
she
not
was. It's still
Muslim
not clear
who should
paid her.
fix the Buddha,
Was this rape case made up?
and also not the Buddha who can fix the Muslim, but this should fixed by their own people. In this case, it's only you that they gonna hurt. In Islam, the problem in Islam is by being a Muslim, it means we are a follower of Islam. Muslim is a follower of Islam. But today, Muslim is a follower of a Muslim. Muslim who follow another Muslim. It means the Muslim is following a man. By following a man, maybe the Muslim is not following the real Islam. And I think this is what happened. This thing is also happened in the Buddhism. The face of Buddhist terror. Because I live in Indonesia, I never thought there will be a terror that came from the religion, especially from Buddha, because there is not even a little thing. Not even you have been in war. But why your follower do this kind of thing? I'm asking to Allah, I'm asking to my Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to came down to earth if somehow the gate of heaven may be a little bit open, even just for a while. I'm asking Allah to give my Prophet permission to came down to earth to once again teach and lead the Muslim to become a follower of Islam. And I'm asking you with all respect to do the same thing to the Buddhism, so the Buddhism will once again become the follower of the Buddha. By being Buddhism, it means they are a follower of Buddha. But what happens here is Buddhism became a follower of Buddhism. It means they're following a man. So we have a similar deep problem that only can fix by the miracle. Why I'm doing this my agenda is this is how I protect the Muslims of Rohingya, because when Muslims all the world shout about free Rohingya, free Muslims in Rohingya, it also means free the people in Rohingya, in whatever of the religion is. It seems like when people screaming about free Philistine, it also means free for Israel. Conflict will never stop without a miracle from heaven. Uncle Buddha, I believe if someone watching this video now, it may become something funny maybe for them. And once again I said, I make this video is a message for the Buddhism in Myanmar. There were so many videos on YouTube that obviously they're wearing an identity of Buddha, but they hit a man. It's really, really disappointed. They bring your name, and in Muslim side, what I hate about them is they bring my prophet's name to do such things, to hate another religion, which not an example that my prophet do in his era, even in the era of my prophet. He is the most fair leader for the three great religions in his era. This is all happened because the Muslim is no longer following the Islam, and this is also happened because the Buddhism not following the Buddha. Uncle Buddha, honestly, I feel so tired. I think I'm gonna sleep. Do you mind if we have to watch this together? I forgot I have something for you. In the name of Allah, I'm praying new era of the grow peace in the heart of every human in the world. See this? Hey, Buddhism in Myanmar, I report what you do to Uncle Buddha. Get prepared that he will come to you and he will do the thing that he will do. But I don't think he's gonna be angry. Buddha doesn't angry. People burn. Even Dalai Lama, the most strong Buddhism leader, there is like they ignore him. It's no doubt. It's only you who can fix this to your people. See, I'm a Muslim. I live in Indonesia and I'm sitting with Uncle Buddha himself to teach Buddhism in Myanmar about the real value of humanity, love, and the highest love. Ready, people in Myanmar, Buddhism in Myanmar, monk in Myanmar. Uncle Buddha will come to you, and I hope everything will be okay. Greetings from Indonesia, and for my brother Muslims in Rohingya. I only can say, please forgive them who did this to you. Pray a forgiveness for them who do these bad things to you. It's hard, it's not easy. But when we do that, and we can do that, it means we are 100 steps closer to become the real winner. See this? Can you see this? It's Uncle Buddha watching YouTube on what happens in Rohingya. Uncle Buddha, I want to ask you something. Do you hate me after you watch this video? If you ask me the same question, do I hate you because I'm watching this video? After I'm watching this video, I said no, because because I want peace more bigger than I want war. It's a shame when people said, in the name of humanity, we send our military, we send our army to Myanmar to attack. It looks like people in this era cannot do the difference, not knowing the difference between humanity and war. This is a Muslim that killed. This is a Muslim. This is a women's Muslim that killed by for those who die, for them everything is done. There is nothing but heaven. They will go to life with the family of the victim. It is sadness, but in my opinion, the most real victim in this situation is Buddhism, this kind of bad things. They are actually the real victim. Why? Because they are a Buddhism I'm gonna shut this camera, my phone, and my last words is in Indonesia. I'm a Muslim and I can sit with Uncle Buddha. So this is the way he's teaching all the monks in Myanmar. Uncle Buddha, go to sleep now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.